Welcome to another episode where we dive into the heart of African cuisine. This is Cook with Siwe and we are glad to have you here. Today, we are exploring one of the most beloved ingredients in West African kitchen, and this is Egusi. So we're going to learn what it is, what types exist, what makes Niger Egusi different from Nasarawa Egusi, and how to make or to cook that perfect pot of egusi soup. So make sure you watch to the end so that you know how to or what kind of egusi to buy when next you go to the market. So egusi is a seed which is it belongs to the melon family. When dried and ground, they become a staple in many West African dishes, especially soups. But did you know egusi comes in different types? Usually when you go to the market, you see different types of egusi, and today this video is going to educate you on some of the very common and popular egusi out there. We have the bara egusi. This type is large seeded and gives a thick, fluffy texture when cooked. Perfect for those who love egusi that rises in the soup. So when next you go to the market, if you are selecting the type of egusi to buy, the bara egusi is good for those that love their egusi to rise. It's a little bit more fluffy in its texture. Okay, let's head to the next type of egusi, which is the sere egusi. This type of egusi is smaller in size and they are more oily. It's ideal for a richer, more moist egusi. So when you're looking for egusi soup that is a little bit moist, you can go for this. For the bara, if you are someone that don't really like much oil in your soup, or you are trying to avoid oily content, then you should avoid the Sarah egusi and go for the bara egusi. Then the next type of egusi we are going to is the aba egusi. This one blends well into a smooth, almost creamy consistency. It is great for frying or the steaming styles of cooking egusi soup. Another difference that there is in the market for egusi is egusi that is peeled using hand, and we have the machine peeled egusi. And most times, you when you go to the market, you are confused as to which one to buy. Most times it will give you almost the same taste depending on the species of egusi you are buying. The hand peeled one is mostly preferred by people. It is usually more expensive. So another thing we are going to learn is the Niger egusi and the Nasarawa egusi. Did you know that egusi is majorly produced or farmed in the northern part of Nigeria, Niger State and Nasarawa State? These regions are majorly in the north central part of Nigeria. So for the Niger egusi is known. So when you are looking for that lumpy egusi, the Niger egusi does that perfectly for you. The seeds are a little bit lighter in order to identify this type of egusi in the market. When you go to the market and you're looking for an egusi seed that would give you, you like those lumps inside, the Niger egusi is the best option for you. And like I said, the best way to identify the Niger egusi, it is usually bigger. The seeds are usually bigger than the Nasarawa egusi. And if you are also looking for egusi that is oily, this one has more oil to it. So let's move forward to our natural egusi. So for natural egusi, this the seeds are smaller in size. Yes, the seeds are smaller in size, and it has less oily content. When you use Nasarawa egusi to cook your soup, what you observe, it has a more fluid texture consistency. So if you are not really interested in all those lumps in egusi, then the Nasarawa egusi is most preferable for you. So next time when you go to the market, your soup is as good as the choice of egusi soup you choose to get that perfect texture you are looking for. Is it you want so much oil? Depending on what you want, this video will help you know the right type of egusi to go for. You don't just go buy any random egusi. You might not end up getting that perfect consistency, that perfect result of egusi soup that you're looking for. So what are the basic ingredients needed to cook egusi? Obviously you need your egusi seed, which you have to blend. You need crayfish. You'll see a picture that shows basically what you need to prepare your egusi soup. You need crayfish, you need your protein. You either use beef, goat's meat, or pomo, shaki, any other protein you want. Dried fish, stockfish, all will do well and go well. And if you may, you can add every of these proteins I've mentioned. There's nothing wrong with having so much protein. You just give it that wonderful taste. So I think let's go cook some egusi soup. Meanwhile, you should note that there are a lot of methods. Out there. Part of the ingredients, I'm going to show you full ingredients. You need palm oil. All those are very common and necessary ingredients to achieving that very perfect egusi soup. You need your leaf and so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave that later part of this video. So what are we waiting for? Let's go right there and make some egusi.